Okay, you ready?
Yeah, lay it on me.
So, yeah, what I said, big soul deal?
Why are you making a deal for your soul?
It's not that she
Well,
did it. She already made it.
yes. I made it a few days ago. It's been made. Contract's been signed. He wants my soul upon death. The thing
What do
is
you
I
mean,
get...
she?
What?
What do you mean, she?
I said he.
My bad, I'm really tired.
Oh, good.
Thomas wouldn't
Yes,
let
sir,
me
he wants...
drink, and I don't know who took my rum.
I don't know where you're at. Honestly,
That
I went from right...
that makes a lot of sense, honestly. I don't know why I didn't suspect you in the first place.
Yes,
Anyways, why did you sell your soul?
it was more of a case of for some information, and I was scared for your safety. I was scared for Dahlia's safety. I was scared for this faction's safety, and he said he could help me get the information I need to help keep people safe. And then if a war broke out, none of us would have to deal with living through war. I wouldn't have to deal with living through a war again. And like I could keep people safe. I could hopefully help hide people.
Better question, who did you sell your soul to?
A demon.
A demon.
Doesn't tell me who. What was its name? Because I'm going to strangle it if I ever find it.
All I know is he was going by Ivan.
Noted.
Oh, you know, the Ivan, the one that broke into our base?
It was a deal I could not refuse. It was for your guys' safety.
Looks like I'm
And if that
going back
was
to
my
skinning
soul.
demons alive. It wouldn't be the first one, and it probably won't be the last. I'm getting your soul back.
Contract's been signed. I don't know if there's a way to break it.
Oh, there's
It's not
definitely
that her soul
ways.
is gone, it's just she loses it upon death, and that
Great,
just
so I
makes
get a...
my job a whole lot harder.
Great, so I have to actually
See,
find this stupid immortality object. Great.
Are
well,
you
the
sure
thing
that's a safe idea, Elowen?
not
Immortality
any
is not something to mess with.
My mother is immortal. I was born from two immortal parents. I don't think I'm immortal, so... I don't have that curse.
yes,
But if it means you
Lucky
don't
you.
lose your soul, it's worth it.
it's only upon death, and he has no use for us dead yet.
And what happens if he kills you, Estella? What happens if he wants your soul before you're ready to die?
Against the
They
contract, I
can't.
read.
When a demon binds his soul to a contract, he cannot break it even if another person's forcing him to. It's
But
physically
that doesn't
against
stop him from hiring someone else.
It does. It's physically against contractual magic. He cannot have any influence into her demise, otherwise the contract is null and void. I should know. I've had to hunt down a few demons that had made contracts on people.
Still, I don't
That
like it.
was in my old world, and I'm not sure if contractual magic obeys the same laws, but it seems that magic does obey laws here.
For the most part.
All I know is I don't want to live through another war. I don't want anyone else I love or care about to starve. I had to go through that as a child. I don't want anyone else to go through that.
Well, I appreciate that, Estelle. There's something you need to realize now that you're a ruler. War is inevitable. The
War
best
always
you can
finds a way.
do is attempt to remain neutral until your hand is forced. That is why this nation was founded. This is why you are becoming my second in command. You understand that war does not help anyone, and it's the citizens of the nations that get hurt in the process.
Yes, the people stuck in the middle. I know that all too well.
Whether it be the people fighting the war, or the civilians that are supplying the war from their nations. It's the rulers that wish to fight. And I do not wish to make the same mistake.
That's good to know. I wish others saw the same way.
And
With
there's something
Andromeda
else you need to
one.
realize. You too, Dahlia. And Ichigo, I'm sure he already realizes this. But if somebody wants a ruler dead, it doesn't matter how skilled of a warrior you are or how hidden you are, they will find a way. I'm already getting stalked over at Primshire. They haven't
When
tried
you
to.
wait to mention this now?
You getting stalked?
Is this any surprise considering everything that's happened?
No, with the Andromeda warning
Does it
war.
have something to do with the blight
And
on your
then
hands and face?
No, that was kind of self-inflicted. That I'll explain later.
self-inflicted.
Listen, Project Phoenix is going according to plan.
At what cost, though?
What cost?
What are you
Elowen?
risking, Elowen?
I don't know.
That concerns me. I worry about you, Elowen.
I mean, I can understand Enderman now.
Okay, I'm sorry, out of character, but please read chat. Instead of doing roleplay, now they do gameplay.
What?
Okay. Okay, when we do a serious RP like this, we really need to leave OOC. We really need to leave OOC.
I agree,
Yeah.
but
Also, while we're out of character, I did not expect to punch you over that hole. That was sick.
Yeah. Did you? Were you expecting Estelle to sell her soul?
Give me a second. Anyways, yeah, honestly I did with how insane Estelle is.
Really? Yeah.
Okay, I'm leaving OOC now.
I'm voicing our complaint.
okay. Out of character, real quick. I just texted Kilos. I was like, "How was dinner?" And he was like, "It was good." How did you know I just finished? I think I creeped him out. Oops. I didn't know. I just guessed.
Anyways.
Yes, Dahlia was there. Dahlia heard everything, and it's.
I tried to tell her to not do it.
As
You
long as you're
know
doing
me,
it,
Dahlia, how stubborn I could get.
as long as you're doing it for a good cause, I suppose I shall
And it
not
is for a good cause.
tilt the scales.
It is to keep this nation safe.
As long as you can guarantee you remain sane, I will not tip the scales.
Okay.
Also, on the whole me getting stalked thing, don't worry. That's why Ishiko exists. To keep me safe.
Okay, I just worry. You are my princess after all.
I mean, nobody's tried anything when I've left town with Thomas and the others.
Well, speaking of, you really need to not leave town without your guard. Same with you, Estelle. Leave. You need to have us with you as long as hard as just try to at least.
I will try it. No promises if I'm ever called upon, because the whole reason why I had to leave such a hurry today was I was called upon to work on the temple.
I
Exactly my
unfortunately
point.
have prior engagements with others, and if I get called upon to assist either my friends, I shall do so.
Yes, and if
I'm
I'm
just
called
saying,
upon, I must
try.
go. It's
I'm
a
just saying,
contractual agreement.
I understand that, but I'm saying, if you are going to go into town or just go out into the world, you need to try your hardest to have one of us with you. We can't protect you if we're not there.
I'm competent in my own right, Dahlia.
I understand that, Estelle, but what happens whenever 30 people gang up on you? Or a war starts and you're caught in the middle of it? Or a demon tries to take your soul? I
Well,
can't protect you.
the demon one can't happen again, but I've always been a good hider. You learn that young growing up.
I will admit she has a point. However, as far as I can tell, aside from getting mugged for food in Primshire, which made absolutely no sense, nothing offensive has happened towards me. There's just people
That
following
doesn't
me.
stop a plot. I don't trust people. I know how people work. You can't trust anyone except for the people you hold close. And even sometimes you can't trust them.
So far, nobody's tried anything. Even when I was just alone with Thomas, and we were unarmored, nobody has tried anything yet. I am not
And with that,
downplaying the threat of going out alone. But if I'm going out into the world, it's either with Ishiko or with with at least one hunter from Andromeda.
It would make me and Ichigo more sound of mind if you just let us know at least when you leave.
In that case, I will. I'll at least leave a note or have a have some form of note somewhere letting him know that I'm out if he is not immediately around. However, you do bring up a good point that in the case that should I be unable to rule for any length of time, or I'm rendered unconscious, Estelle, you will take charge as acting
me,
leader.
You
I,
shouldn't say things like that. Don't put it out to the universe.
I have no leadership experience.
And that is why
I've
Dahlia
not led.
will be your advisor. You have
Maybe someone like
recruited
Porpoise can lead.
you've recruited multiple new members. I have faith in you.
And if anything comes down to it, me and Kilos can protect you.
I have not led anyone. I'm just
That's
good at
okay.
talking to people and getting them to trust me.
That is
And
half of
that's
what a
what
leader
part of
is.
being a ruler.
But keep in mind, this is not, it wouldn't be permanent, it would just be until I am of able being to lead again. Because it would not surprise me if someone is trying to come after me due to the whole me trying to negotiate a ceasefire during an active war.
Someone's trying to come after you. I will find them
And I
and I
have
will
no
hunt
doubt.
them down.
hunting them down part
You
is
will do
not your
nothing
job.
of the sort, Estelle. If I'm the one that is trying to protect you, I will do it. You hear me?
She's my ruler, too.
She is my
She's
ruler
my
as well. And she's my friend. But that doesn't mean you are going to put your life in danger. You are the only person that can rule this faction if Princess Princess Elowen is gone. I apologize. I
It's
knew someone in
alright.
my past life named Elena.
It's quite alright. I did as well.
But what if I find the base? What if I mess up? There's so many things that could go wrong.
Ichigo can protect you.
And if
Kilos can
something
protect
goes
you.
wrong, you fix it. I'm not perfect either.
And if
Hell, me trying to negotiate that peace during a war is a perfect example. Because I wanted to actively go to their nation to negotiate the peace. Which, in hindsight,
You could have
probably
gotten
was a
killed.
poor idea.
Yes, you could have gotten killed, or even worse, captured. Some countries are not kind to their prisoners. Torture, murder, execution, drawn and quartered, burnt at the stake.
none of that is going to happen, Estelle. You're stressing over nothing.
Estelle, you need to realize something. We have the Queen at our side of Andromeda. If something were to happen to me, a single message would be all it would take to get me freed, or even have the nation toppled.
We also have both kings on our side.
That as well.
And if push comes to shove, I could see about calling in a benefit from my benefactor. Maybe he'd be able to help me out.
Part of being a neutral nation is having allies. And those allies will move heaven and earth to assist them. Besides, you have the ability to rule. You just don't have the knowledge. You don't have the experience I do.
Oh, sorry. That was a misclick. Oh, again, stop.
Estelle,
1 second. Mouse was glitching.
and Estelle, you may not have the experience to rule, but I do. I've led an
You
army
do?
before.
You have?
I
When?
don't like to talk about it much, but in my past, before I came here, I led an army. So there's nothing you need to worry about when it comes to experience.
And this is why
Okay.
I've made you her royal guard, as well as her advisor. Because what you lack in discretion, she more than makes up for it. A nation is not ruled by one, but by many. And that is why, once we get officially recognized by the Council, Dahlia, you'll be moving up to Council member, and Estelle will become my right-hand woman.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I think I need
Dahlia,
or a few.
would you like to explain to her what her new title would be once she reaches that?
Well, first, it would be you would have to be pretty much with me or another guard a lot. You won't get much alone time unless we're here, because you will need to be protected at all costs. You are very important to our faction. You make our decisions when our leader is down. You will do alliance work. You will talk to other alliances that Elowen has joined or talked to, or just it's a lot of work, and we're gonna have to do some preparing. And
It also means that you will become royalty,
Mhm.
in a
But
sense.
I am just a girl from the country. I've never been around loyalty besides you. Don't
And
even know the
I've
first
not
thing
been
about being
royalty
loyal.
before this nation either. Matter of fact, in my past life, I slain quite a few royals. I was picked off the
You need
street in my old world, forged into an assassin and a high priestess. In this world, I can be what
and
I desire, and this world has forged me into a ruler, into a princess, and soon to be a queen. And the world is
and
forging
Estelle
you into the same.
and Estelle, if you need help with learning how to be a princess, as you say, I know how. I've worked with
You
quite a
do?
few.
Okay.
It's not hard. You just can't drink in public.
I mean, you can on
But in
certain
private's okay.
occasions. You can on certain occasions.
Elowen, when has that ever been a good idea?
I never said it was a good idea. I just said you can.
And if Estelle is going to be a lady, I will treat her like one and make sure she acts like one.
Fair
Which
enough.
means no drinking in public. Same with you. You're lucky I'm not on you about it. But I can't do anything because you're a princess.
I mean, you're a royal guard. It's kind of your job to stop me from doing something stupid.
I am
You-
Estelle's royal guard. I am gonna have a talk with Ichigo.
Fuck.
Come on, Mouse. There we go. No, my therapy block. You
But
think they're open?
yes, it would not surprise me if something were to happen to me soon. And matter of fact, I'm surprised nobody's attempted anything yet. As I have not exactly been secretive about not caring for others' political status in conflict.
Fine.
And it would not be surprising if any of the numerous nations that wanted them gone sent these what I could only assume are spies or assassins after me.
I will hunt them down. I
No,
will
you will
keep you
not.
safe. That's my job.
Your job is to
Estelle,
get
your job is
information
to
and
stay
leave.
safe.
Your job as
Estelle,
head spy
worry about
master.
keeping everyone else.
Your job as head spy
Worry
master
about
is to make a network of spies. And as a soon-to-be ruler, I feel like Dahlia could explain it better.
your job is to stay safe. You have to leave the keeping others safe to us. Yes, you can protect your nation by learning information and trusting people and becoming allies with people, but leave the fighting to us. I know you want to help Estelle, but we need you to stay alive. And we can't do that if you're going out and trying to protect Princess Elowen.
And don't worry, if I see Ishigo and I know I'm going out to town, I will take him.
You better,
Please do.
or else I'm coming with you, and I'm not too much of a joy to be around if I have to be dragged out into the city.
You only seem to enjoy it.
I do
I only
suppose
seem to enjoy
now.
it when what?
I do suppose
To the
now would be a.
city, to the south.
I suppose now would be a good time to mention something.
What now?
I might be seeing someone.
Who?
Who?
Well, you know how Thomas and I give each other information.
Yes, and he's around quite often. I thought he was one of us already.
He actually is a member of our nation. However, he's something more than just a member. Why do you think
He's our
he's...
prince.
I mean, that's one way to put it.
Well, not yet. Unless you two get married, he's not our prince yet.
Well, if we were to get married, he would be the royal consort, but yes.
Well, no, he would be our king. Isn't that right?
He would be the king and royal
Because
consort, you are correct. That would also make his son our prince.
Yes. I won't have to be any of this princess stuff, this lady stuff. Just be me.
no, Estelle.
That's not how that would work.
As much as you want to get out of it, you were appointed lady. You were appointed as our second princess if Princess Elowen were to succumb to anything. God forbid.
I'm not naive. I won't say something can't happen to me, because I know it can. That is why we, in the royal families, must make contingency plans. And you, Estelle, are ours. You will take up the mantle, should I die. And you will carry on our nation's goal of remaining neutral after the war that
Yes.
follows my death.
I
Do
will
I
try my best to remain neutral.
do I expect to die anytime soon? No. However,
Please don't.
nobody ever expects to die soon. And considering I'm tied up in this whole debacle with all these nations going on and the Hunters of Andromeda and Andromeda itself, it wouldn't surprise me if I come into harm's way soon. Which is why I felt like you guys should know this. And these have been my decisions. In 2 weeks' time, well, less than 2 weeks at this point, you guys will receive your proper titles. It'll be announced to the nation. And when, because I know I can't keep this secret for eternity, when it comes out that Thomas and I are in a relationship, I will announce it publicly to the nation. Does that mean you will treat him any different? I would hope not, as he is not our king yet, and I am not your queen yet.
Are you absolutely sure? I'm not doubting you, but are you absolutely sure we can trust him?
I trust him.
I see no reason why we can't.
I'm just making sure.
Thomas is trustworthy from what I know of him.
I've not seen anything to suggest that he might be a threat to our nation, or a threat to me.
I don't trust that guy that came into our minds today.
And nor should
I'm
you.
not trying to suggest that he is a threat or there is a threat. I have a hard time even trusting you two sometimes because you run off randomly.
In my defense, that first time was because I got drunk with Prince Lilithan.
Exactly my
And
point.
in my defense, I grew up as a commoner, and we didn't really have the, oh, you have to let people know where you're going at all times, and you have to be careful now. Like, yes, you have to look behind your back for bandits, slavers, and kidnappers. I had many friends that got sold into slavery. A lot, actually, a concerning amount. But we were
Um,
just country girls.
I'm
No one really cared
curious,
about us too much.
Dahlia,
well,
and
what?
I guess this extends to you as well, Estelle. Do you know why I always have this necklace around my neck, and why you never see what's
Oh,
at the end of it?
no,
No.
Well,
I've never seen it. At least
this is what's
fully.
at the end of it.
An Ender Pearl?
Yes. It remains around my neck at all times, should the need arise.
So you'll be safe, should the need arise. Battle Context, did they make that purple? Or is that just the mod pack?
Oh, the texture pack does make it purple.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't guarantee it will get me fully out of harm's way. But it'll definitely put distance between me and those who wish to do harm, unless they also possess one. At which point, if they possess one as well, my best chance is to get to Primshire, or to here, or to one of our allied nations.
There's also a Mushroom Island. I'd have to talk to Ivan about it. Possibly see if I could do another favor. See if you guys could be kept safe there. If you'd allow it.
I have
You've met
plenty
him,
of
Dahlia.
nations that I can rely on to keep me safe. You do not need to pull any more favors, Estelle. You've done wonderful.
Well, I still have 2 left.
And you will save them for when we absolutely need them and have no other choice.
Okay.
Just like I will be saving my favor with the Queen. Because even if I am injured by a random attack, that does not warrant the entirety of the hunters to come down on a single individual. Nor does it entail the entirety of the royal guard to come down on an entire nation's head. Because they could simply be acting out of their own accord. This world is still full of mysteries. We don't know what this world holds. The longer we remain neutral, the longer we gain information without others realizing, the more we can know and the more we can prepare. But to do that, you need to remain safe.
Okay.
And so do I.
God,
And
in
I
here, is it just
trust,
me?
and I trust
I
that.
think we need to go for some fresh air.
Alright, some fresh air would be nice. But I do trust that Thomas can keep me safe, should the
Okay.
need arise. Because after all, me and him are trained assassins. Should a princess be on the front lines of a battle? Probably not. But I'm no normal princess, am I?
No, you're not.
If it were up to me, you wouldn't be on the front lines.
Well, unfortunately, it's not up to you. As much as you
Obviously.
wish to keep me safe, a ruler should not command their own forces to do something that they themselves would not do.
If it were war and I was told to do it, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I've
Only
never
for you
seen.
and only for Estelle.
I've never. Well, I've been in a war, but not fighting in it. I've suffered the consequences. Constant bandit raid, guards, soldiers, enemy soldiers, soldiers of any side taking what they want, when they want, who they want, when they want.
Unfortunately, that is how a war happens. However, I will do everything in my power to keep us out of one for you, and for everyone else that does not wish to join. I will not command anyone in this nation to fight for me, or for their ideals. Our ideals. Anyone that wishes to fight will do so on their own accord.
Okay.
Even if we declare war on another nation, it'll only be those who desire to fight that will fight. Because I do not want to cause a family to grow up without a father or a mother.
And I grew up without a mother. Honestly, from what I've heard, it was more of a case of she just kind of dropped me off when I was born, and my father never saw her again.
And I've heard many a story like that, unfortunately. Who the hell keeps putting boats in this chest?
That could be me. I keep losing them.
Makes sense. But
Whenever we
yes,
build an upstairs area, I'm gonna do a boat rack so we can just put the
nice.
boats in there.
But yes, one of our recent members is also an assassin. So should the need arise, we have the Veiled Blades at our command, with me at the spearhead. Do I wish to bring them into a war? No, but sometimes that is inevitable. However, I do not see that being a requirement anytime soon. Now, unless you guys have anything else for me, I shall get some rest because whatever these ender pearls are doing to me is definitely draining me of my energy.
Okay, you get some rest. Take care of yourself, Elowen.
And you two stay safe.
I will.
And Dahlia, Estelle, thank you for helping me grow my nation. Because it is not just
Of
my
course.
nation, but our nation.
My loyalty is pledged to you.
And I appreciate
Fine as
that.
well.
I look forward to seeing you as a Princess Estelle.
You really think I could be a good princess?
I mean, I've made it this far without dying, haven't I?
Fair.
You'll do wonderful. Maybe
You
even
think
better
so?
than me.
I don't think I could fill your. Oh, god damn it, Mouse. I don't think I could fill your footsteps.
Well, you never know until you have to do so.
Yes.
I bid you guys adieu. I shall take my rest in my room.
Yes, you go get the rest, okay?
This place looks so sick, oh my god!